Hi, welcome to English 114 Online. Last week we talked about looking at things, companies, brands that have websites and that use social media. And this week we're going to be talking about the international business world. So there's some readings that you need to do for this week. They're listed on the Moodle page. But our basic assignment is going to be two parts. One, I'm going to have you create an infographic and post it on the Padlet that you'll see on the website. And the other thing is to create a memo and submit it on the Moodle link. So the purpose of this is that we live in an international world. We live in a global society. And chances are a lot of your correspondence or your dealings in the business world will be with people from other countries. And so the memo that I'm going to ask you to write is concerning some research that you're going to do concerning the international business marketplace. I have a PowerPoint that has the importance of the international marketplace, the international business community. And I would like for you to view that because it has really good information in it. And then I have a PowerPoint, which really is sort of optional, but I put together some interesting information on Great Britain. And so you can look at that also. But I don't want you to use Great Britain. I want you to do some other countries. So here's what the assignment is. It's from Chapter 3, page 95, and project number 3. And here's what it says. Many companies have offices overseas and need to prepare their employees for traveling and living abroad. Imagine that you are in charge of an orientation program for several employees who will be going on tours of major cities in Africa, the Near East, East Asia, and the Pacific or South Asia. Outline and draft a memo that will begin with general information for Americans traveling overseas, followed by specific advice on traveling to one of these regions. So you're going to have to do some research before you can write this report. After you conduct your research, decide how you want to organize it, the information, and you'll need to use headings to separate the different parts, just like you did in your your memo from last week. Okay, begin by researching general information on traveling overseas, such as visas, passport requirements, immunizations, security issues, that sort of thing. And then pick a country from one of those regions and investigate the major cities in that country. Decide on which topics you want to put in your memo, put them in your outline, in your pre-writing. And then, following your outline, draft a memo to the employees who will be traveling to the country you have chosen to research. You can refer to writing a rough draft checklist on page 71 as you need to. And then review and revise your memo, making necessary changes. And once it's perfect and you like it and you feel like it's your best effort, then submit it on the Turnitin link. Now, this is a memo because this would be to someone in your company. You are, in this scenario, you are the person who is coordinating this travel for this group of employees. So it would be a memo format, and it would be, you would make up a name for the group, and then you would put it from you, of course, and the date, the subject would be traveling to Zimbabwe or whatever it is that you happen to choose. Okay, so that's what you need to do for that, and then use the links provided. on page 95 in your text to help you with your research. There are also some other links in my PowerPoint presentation on the global workplace. They're live links, so you could get them there. And I put them also in the document for your international business assignment. So there, if you pull up that document on your computer, the links there are live also. CyberLink, PacSafe, the United States Department for International Regions, the Library of Congress, and Centers for Disease Control, all are good sites that can give you valid information. If you want to use something else, you can use something else also, but that way you know you're getting good information, and you won't have to waste a lot of time trying to find a site that has the information. So take your book's advice, take my advice, and try to use those. All right, this second part of your assignment is to create an infographic. And an infographic is anything that has information in text form, and also some kind of visual graphic. And so you want to do one about something interesting or unique concerning the country that you chose to write your memo about. So you will have already been exploring this and looking for it, so you can, it's not a double research, it's the same thing that you're researching for your memo. And then, excuse me, something that you think would be interesting to share. And then include a visual or a graphic and a few lines of text to explain it. Save it as a PDF file, and then download your PDF file to the Padlet, or attach it to the Padlet. I put an example on the Padlet already, and we've done things on the Padlet before, so you shouldn't have any problem doing this again. But I put an example for, again, England, and so you could see I put, I included two graphics there, the British flag and an example of some people wearing the expected business attire for Great Britain. So you can do that and then download it to the Padlet. So again, two assignments this week, two graded assignments, and the rest of the assignment tells you the chapters that you can refer to get help with this. Writing for an international audience in chapter 3 on page 74. Using plain language is very important when you're writing for an international audience. That's on 112 and 113 in your book. Chapter 7 has some information about writing for an international audience, 251 to 257. And Chapter 9 has information, 322 and 323. Also, Appendix A on page 595 has information. But I'm not asking you to write to the international community. I'm just asking you to write to a group of people, employees for your imagined company that will be taking a trip to a foreign country, and then you're going to give them some information that they need to know, general information that they need to know, and specifically things concerning business expectations. So I think that ought to do it. It should be fun to find out how things are done in another part of the world, and step outside your comfort zone and find something that you like, that's really interesting. If you have any questions or any problems with any of it, contact me, and I'll talk to you next week.